Hello, Recon87 here, and welcome back to Combat Mission Battle for Normandy, where we continue our Scottish Corridor campaign, and we rejoin the Argyll and Southern Highlanders on the Odon Bridges scenario. So this will be episode 5 for this particular battle. Yeah, as ever, the situation is not great for the Highlanders in this one. So we've been tasked with defending the bridge here at Odon, and if we can, also keeping out of Lower Gavras, which we are not managing to do. So we're currently being slightly overrun by the 10th SS Panzer Division, supported by 4 Panzer IVs. So in terms of the Germans positioning themselves at the minute, so they've got a strong infantry presence on this far left-hand side, which we will go and take a closer look at shortly. Supported by, we've got 1 Panzer sitting here, and a 2nd Panzer IV just tucked in here, which I suspect will make itself felt sooner rather than later. Then the kind of second side is this kind of middle to right side of the kind of German push as we look at it. They've got another Panzer sitting here who, well, let's see what he does for himself. But we've inflicted a reasonable amount of infantry casualties over here. We have destroyed 1 Panzer IV over here and definitely blunted the German assault. So much so they've kind of fallen back. I suspect there's still a large amount of infantry just dotted around, not in particularly good shape, but definitely enough that if we try to do anything super aggressive, like try and swing through this field to flank this position, I think we'd stumble across a lot of Germans and potentially pick up a lot of casualties ourselves. So I think they're not so much an attacking threat at the minute, but definitely still a problem if we went looking. And finally, we've got some infantry over on this far right-hand side. Haven't caused us too many problems thus far. I think they've inflicted maybe the odd casualty, I can't quite remember. And so far we've got a few Brens have been picking away at them. We've also dropping some mortars on this section of tree line here, again just to deny that to the Germans. We've got a couple more mortar teams in position just to dissuade them from making any big push. I don't think these guys are a real threat at the minute, but it's just something we have to keep an eye on and just make sure we don't push into the kind of main objective here of Donjon. Okay, so that's where we are. The plan of attack, if anyone can remember, is essentially we're trying to inflict as many infantry casualties on the Germans as possible to really kind of blunt their attack. We lost our 2 AT guns very early on, so our only anti-tank assets remain to be a handful of Piats. We do have a healthy amount of artillery, which we are putting to reasonable effect. I think I'm using that as aggressively as I can, which does mean we don't always hit the perfect area. So let's maybe take a squint at what we got. So we've got a 3-inch or 81mm mortar, which we've expended all of them. We've got another 3-inch mortar, which is he's doing the business in the trees over here, just on a kind of a harassing mission, just to make his ammo last as long as he can. We've got a howitzer who we used to pretty good effect early on, pulverizing this little hedgerow area. And we've got a second mission, I think it's on this chap, being prepared. Hang on. Oh, actually, I could have used the go to spotter button. Here. Which is quite a long lead time, which is why we've kind of picked this area. We've got 12 minutes before that comes in. And the plan here is really just to try and hold them up such that when the strike comes in 12 minutes, the Germans are still in this area. But we'll see how that goes. We tried a similar thing on the priests. It's these howitzers that we've got. And as you can see, we it's good. It's not quite right. As you see, the Germans are a bit further forward than we expected, but then we couldn't do much more artillery without dropping a lot of shells on our own heads. And finally, we have these 4.2-inch kind of heavy mortars, which are currently... We gave them an emergency fire mission over here. They're a bit all over the place, and maybe some of these sporadic explosions we're seeing are actually our own mortars off kilter, because we had given them an emergency mission, which means they don't come in. They don't take the spotting rounds, so the accuracy is really poor. Part of the reason we did that was that our forward observer was in this building here, and as you can see, is no longer with us. What I failed to appreciate was that we were going to get another forward observer as part of a recon, so reinforcements. So my kind of hope is that they work out they're not getting instructions and stop firing, and then we can use them in a more directed avenue. So that's that. In terms of orders that we've issued. So the big threat came at the very tail end of last episode, where we had a huge infantry push, and you see we've inflicted 3 casualties on them already, which is nice to see. We do have our brain carrier here, our universal carrier with brain gun, which should just be going to town on these guys. It should absolutely mow them down. We've got a second one here, which I'm just going to see if they can't squeak forward a little bit, so they've got a bit of view in this area. And I'm hoping that's enough to turn the tide against artillery. I suspect Mr. Panzer here is going to make his appearance shortly, and then the hope really is that this improvised anti-tank team can do the business with their peer. Short range is good, frontal armor is bad, so we'll see how that works out. Meanwhile, we are pushing forward our reserves. I've just given these 2 teams just a small kind of hunt order along this hedgerow, because I just want to shuffle them forward, but if they do see anything, I want them to stop and deal with it. And then I'm going to just slowly kind of push up with these sections as well. And that is about it. In fact, I've not given these guys an order, so please push up to the bridge, and we'll feed you forward into a line as required. Yeah, we've got one section over there, that's good, and one AT asset hiding as reserve. And that's about it. We're really trying to, currently, is the plan is to shore up our defences here to stop the Germans really pushing in aggressively. We've got one section we've put in from this team. I'm going to try and get 1, if not 2, of our reserve sections in along this hedgerow here. Again, just trying to stall the Germans in this field. And yeah, that's it. So maybe we shall kick things off, and quite importantly, we'll see what happens with this area over here. So if the camera would like to play ball and lower itself, we can get things going. Perfect. So no pressure, Mr. Brain Gunner, but you need to break these guys and break them fast. Oh, grenades coming out. Wild grenades, that's okay. Looks like we're shooting our own cannon. Oh, there are 2 guys down. A lot of more Germans down. Oh, there we go. Nice. And they've lost their nerve and run away. Well, not quite all of them. And that's a couple of machine guns. There goes one of them. Actually, 2 machine guns, 2 MP40s. That is, sorry, this is very loud. That would be a great couple of guys to take out. Alright. Right. I'll have to check my volume settings after that, because that felt very loud. I don't know how that comes across in the video. But that was... I'll have to check other areas, but that was phenomenal. Look at that. Nice. So that's a much better setup of a kind of small kill box. They are pushing up this way. I suspect they may have breaching charges. So we're probably going to have to try and get some kind of welcoming committee for them. Between some more people in this house and this brain carrier. But that was I'm pretty happy with that, and we continue just to pulverize the town. Let's jump back, and we'll quickly see if anything interesting happens in other parts of the map. But I'm satisfied with that as an opening minute. Depending if we see anything over here. So, just picking at some loose Germans, that's fine. Pretty quiet here. No indication of movement from these panzers, which is good. These guys just trying to push through, but that's okay, to be expected. Some more artillery coming in. Could be mine, could be theirs. Don't really know. Oh, I think that's theirs, to be fair. Yes. Yeah, that's definitely theirs. Oh, and that's unfortunate. It's quite a large loss of life there for us. But, okay, that's not unexpected, dropping artillery onto their objective. That makes a lot of sense. We just got to keep these guys in check, which I think we're doing. Okay, happy with that. What were the losses like? think I saw 3 red crosses. Oh, 1 from you. And 2 from you. That's... I'm going to say great, which is really harsh. But these guys have kind of used all their high explosive bombs. Not that much use to me right now. So I'm okay with them having taken a few losses. Right, let's jump into command phase. I want people in this house, and I want them there quickly. Now my danger here is you can't get... Can you get in from this side? That's what I see. No, doesn't look like you can get in from this side. But we do have a section right here. So I think I'm going to get them to go as quickly as they can into this building. And actually, no, I'll tell you what, I'm going to split them up. I would like to cancel your order, split these up, and I'm going to put, say, the Bren detachment. Does that make sense? Yes, I think I want him in this building. We've already also got a headquarters team and a guy with a Stein gun. He's a sole survivor from Vickers heavy MG detachment, and then we'll get the rest into here, providing a bit of a secondary angle. Also reduces the effect if they get grenades or Panzerfausts or anything else unruly thrown at him. I'm also going to pull this guy back slightly so he's got a good angle on both this window where we're suppressing an MG and this wall in case we do drop a breaching charge. Now, do they have access to the house? No, they don't. Okay, I'm okay with that. Here has gone well. Is anyone left lurking? Not that we can see. Ah, oh, that's good. Look at MP40, MP40, MP40. Machine gun, machine gun. Machine gun. That's a lot of firepower we just took out. That makes me very happy. Which is good because we've been getting a fair battering thus far, so it's nice to put some back. Everywhere else is going okay-ish. These guys are having a bad time of it. So what I'm going to do is once you've recovered yourself, see if you can't just get over here. You're not very good. You've only got your Stein gun as any kind of automatic weapon. And your morale is shot, but I'll take you for now. You guys are really rattled. You've lost 1 casualty. I don't know why my guys are so fragile this mission. Alright, please head over there, and then we will redirect you to defensive position along that hedgerow. Meanwhile, there is more shots coming in. Maybe I just want to get these guys to stick their heads down until it's over. That's not a great position for them. Tell you what. Quick as you can, just get yourselves up against that hedgerow. If you get some direct strikes down here, it's not going to help you, but anything on the other side will, and we'll just have to ride our luck. We did lose another casualty over here, but this was a detachment rather than a section, so it's probably only be 1 or 2 people. That's just 2. And oh wow, the Bren gunner survived. How rarely did you see that? Ugh, this guy. Guys, I've just been running. These are the ones. They started off over here. They took, I think it was just 1 casualty. It might have been 2, but it was, and it was an officer, to be fair. But then they panicked after taking that. Ran. Where's the gate? There you go. Ran over this way to the gate. Started, took some machine gun fire from the Germans in this on this side of the river. Then decided to cross the gate, lost some more people, and then they've subsequently, who's left has kind of retreated all the way down here and just kind of kept on running. They've really just ran themselves into trouble, to be perfectly honest. Right, you have got absolutely loads of ammo, just like a disgusting amount of ammo. So do you want to start just putting rounds into that kind of tree line? Just for the next couple of minutes anyway, and that should upset the Germans quite nicely. Excellent. I'm going to keep this guy back here just until whatever barrage is coming has ended, and everything else I think is okay. My Piet, yeah, I'll leave him in the forest for just now. And I did have the other one starting to head along this direction. Which they have... Oh, they're broken, really? That's not good. Yeah, morale is suffering. And you're broken as well. Okay, we're gonna have to do what we can. Right, let's push on to the next minute. And let's see if the Germans try and push through this wall. Or if a panzer comes around this corner. One of my biggest concerns, I think, is this chap. I don't have much of an answer if he should poke his head into here. Oh, hello. Oh, do you know, I couldn't get it because this is open, but that would be a nice little target to get to. Anyway, I'll stop moving the map around. Camera. Oh, we get another... Oh, someone else is braving it. Go on. Should get to work, hopefully. Just gets pistol out. Oh, hello. Right, quick pause in here. Where'd they go? I have to jump back. Oh, so we are trying to flank through the forest. This is not a terrible idea from Germans. I think we got quite lucky with the exchange here, by the looks of things. Yeah, Stein gun doing good work at close range, and I think, yeah, get into the building. But I probably am going to want, as a response to that, to put some other kind of picket forces in here, if I can. Which might mean swinging this section out over this way, just to act as a deterrent for them trying to push around to the objective. It also means he's very exposed, I'll have to pull him back a little bit. Okay, that was interesting. Meanwhile, I think we took care of those two Germans who popped around. Yeah, Panzer man. Okay, not much I can do about that just now. Oh, we did take one casualty. Okay, but at least we have the building as cover, and we should get them as they approach. That's the plan anyway. Did we take another casualty in the building? No, just an injury, which is, you know, not great. Oh, hello. They've come right up to this hedgerow. Now you are hiding behind a wall, yes? Okay, so you're fine there. But that's not going to make great news for him, and possibly for our team on the spotting duty there. You sitting there I'm kind of okay with. You're essentially out of the picture. Let's just... I'll tell you what I'll do. Actually, I'm going to throw a quick cut in here, and I'm going to rewatch the video, see if anything happens over here, because I think it's going to be static, and you don't need to watch icons not moving for a whole minute. So, back in a moment. As expected, not much happened. The German artillery continued. We did take one more casualty in our rifle team here, and our lone Bren gunner unfortunately got taken out. But that was about it. So let's go command phase. Okay, things we need to do for a start. I mean, I kind of want to pull you back. At the same time, you're not completely defenseless. I think most of the fight is going to be in this direction. So maybe I don't. Nah, don't be ridiculous, right? At the very least, get you over this way if we're less likely to run into the Germans. And then the question is, do I want to swing an entire other section into here? Or do I want to risk try and get these lads into this building and out the back of it? All depends whether I think they're going to push through here or not. Who have we got left? Oh, you're miles away. Okay. And I've got to decide where I want to move you to. Move you to as well. Tell you what, I'm going to actually put another cut in, because I should have done some pondering before bringing you back. And we're going to decide what we're going to do with those two sections. Alright, decisions have been made. So, firstly, I'm gonna grab this section, it's kind of most in the rear, and get them to swing them into the woods to provide a kind of tripwire in case the Germans do try and push in any further on that side. I've also started to push these Bren detachments forward because they're not in very useful positions at the minute. So this chap, I'm heading off into this direction, and this Bren detachment, I'm just heading down the road for now. The two sections in the middle of the road, this guy, I'm still slightly hedging my bets, so I'm just getting him to move along to the edge of this bocage in a hunt order, and then we'll make a decision at that point. These guys, somewhat similar. I've had them to come up to the edge of this bocage and then quickly get into this building with the view of then getting them to come out the other side and go somewhere else. I'm a little nervous at the minute because if they roll their panzer down the street and my AT team failed to take care of it, then I have a lot of units pretty exposed and not much in the way of answer except for maybe this guy. So that would take a lot of casualties before we got any kind of solution to that, so I want to get some of these bodies off this highway, so to speak. Meanwhile, since this Piat team over here is broken and I'm leery about humping them across the map, I will slowly start to make them move the way, but I'm actually going to grab this Piat team here, although it's just one man because they lost their officer, which I can't remember how that happened, but they did. Get him to come into this carrier and scoot him forward as well, so we've got two Piats, probably one either side of this road. Yeah, just try and muster a bit of defense. I'm not doing anything aggressive about that Panzer IV. If he wants to sit there for the rest of the game, he is welcome to. Any other decisions I made? Oh yes, I've now reckoned there's not really a threat from this woods of the Germans kind of pushing in through here. So I'm going to grab the last section and the HQ team and push them up against this bocage here to give a defensive perimeter. We will inevitably pull out before our own artillery strike comes in, but at least they can hold the Germans there for now. And I've also grabbed this lone ammo bearer to act as a bit of a scout, so I'm going to have him to kind of crawl up to this hedgerow to maybe see what you can see. Might be a bit of a suicide mission, but we'll do what we can. And I'm getting these minor details, getting these guys to swap places, just so the one with the actual Bren has a better line of sight into these trees. I've got my mortar on a fire mission just to drop in and around the woods where we know there's some Germans, again just cause I'm a bit of a headache really. And similarly I've grabbed this little mortar and I'm going to move into position. The sole survivor of that little mortar team died to the barrage, but he still has 7 HE bombs on him, which we might be able to scavenge through Buddy 8. So we shall see. Well, now I think the mortar barrage over here has finished, I believe. Oh no, it hasn't. Oh, it was my priests have finished. Oh god, there's another question. What to do with the priests? Because again, they have a healthy call-in time. 13 minutes. Although what's the call-in time off my FO? 8 minutes. That's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. The question is, where can I get my FO into a reasonable position? Because what am I going to want to drop? Probably this area. Are they still going to be there in 8 minutes? I don't know. Where are you at the minute, actually? Just sitting in a truck somewhere. Sitting in the back of this truck. Well, you ain't going to see much from there, mate. Options. I could bring them along here and you could put some stuff through there, but we've got quite a lot coming down this area. What? Just as a guide, because you have been pretty good so far. Yeah, we could do something like that. Might be a potential even... No, that's probably good enough. Just to really shut down the attack over here. Again, depends what he does with this tank. I'm worried now he's going to come down and pop out with his tank here. So do you know what we're going to do? More than just you walking over here, I want you running to here. With a terrible line of sight. Yeah, I really want that other pier up and on this side of the road. Possibly in here, but that's asking to be shot in the back. Maybe in here, but that's not a great angle. I don't know. I'll have to work it out. But yeah, in terms of those priests, I think we're going to get my FO up into this building, and we'll get him to do something useful from there. Not priests there. Oh, no, it was a priest that were left. Munch, munch, munch forward, and then get up into level 2. And then we'll see where we're going to drop. It's probably going to be over here again. And we might have to order it and then fall back before the 8-minute strike, but we shall see. However, let's push on. I'm falling into my usual danger of not getting enough time done in these videos, but too long yapping. Oh, that's a bad start. Oh, and it's our Sten gun. That's a particularly bad start, because now we don't have any automatic weapons in this building, and they come under quite a lot of fire. And in fact, they've all kind of cowered. Oh, this could go badly. Oh, some support from the nearby building. This guy's going to be important. He's got the MP40. And he goes down. Fantastic. That's a great win for us. They're continuing to come down this road. Oh, and they've pushed in here now. Okay. This is probably going to go badly for my guys. They're holding their own at the minute. Okay, we've turned away another attack down this road. HQ team has done okay. They've done okay. There's one guy still in the building. They haven't taken any losses, which is pretty impressive considering they've got a Webley and 3 rifles. That's precarious, not gonna lie. But all in all, you gotta love this choice of attack. Ballsy, mate, love it. Who needs my MG 34? I think the round one is. I can't quite remember. I'm just gonna come at you with my pistol. Okay, well hopefully that goes in my favour. So we did lose another one guy in that, I think, as well as the officer, but good support from this building. And that's turned it off. Yeah, attacks down this road continue to fail, and I'm happy with that, although this new angle could cause me problems because I don't have a lot of firepower here. What I could do, what maybe we should do, is get this guy to move. And I'm not sure about their sight lines over the hedgerow though, if he moves in a kind of complementary position to put some support into buildings. Okay, anyway. It doesn't look like there's much movement anywhere else, but as ever, I'm going to put a quick cut in. I'm going to review it myself. If there's something interesting, bring you back. If not, we'll just jump into more action. Alright, not too much to write home about in terms of any action on this side. The map, a few bit more. So we've seen some movement over here, but nothing to write home about. We did lose one casualty to just a part of the fight between the Bocage, and perhaps I should just tell all these guys to hide, have some scouts, and not firing, and wait for the Germans to make the move, which might be a more sensible approach. I'm not sure. One thing that happened is they are continuing to hit here with artillery. We lost a few more soldiers. Both of them are kind of picket here. Actually, we've lost the officer, unfortunately, so we're down to pretty thin on the ground in terms of firepower here. Haven't lost these guys, but they're panicking. We lost some people from our 2IC as well. Just an injury, but their jeep's been knocked out. So happy I got my FO out when I did. Let's look at, I want to just check my artillery assets. Yeah, okay. This was actually, I got this wrong earlier. This was not the one that was doing the fire through this woods. This was a guy a long time ago had asked them to do that. Which they are now firing upon. I'm not convinced it's the greatest use of their firepower. But for the sake of 17 bombs, have I got anything better to do it? Well, actually, probably I do. Do you know what? Stop. I'm going to get you to cease fire, and then that'll take you about a minute. And I'm going to get you to call it in along this target reference point again. I think that's a better use of my time. Ammo, what are you going to call it? Okay. These guys need to finish clearing out his house and then get back into the spotting for this round. Decision on this brain carrier. I will try it. I'm not convinced it's going to work. Because I'm pretty sure they get blocked by the hedgerows when they get up close. But we'll try it. We'll park you there and see if you can provide some assistance should the Germans push into the lower section of that house. Meanwhile, these guys saw someone, so stopped and fired, which is what we wanted to. I'll continue your hunt order to this last action square. And then we will advance you. Same with you. The only thing I dislike about the hunt order, which I would rather change, is that it's, and maybe it's just a little complicated for the CM engine, but I would like them to hunt, see someone, stop, engage, but then if no, you know, once you have lost sight of target, you continue upon your orders, you know, your standing orders already, because I think that would be a more interesting use of things. Where are you guys going? Stop that. Okay, I'm not sure why I'm there, but I'm glad it's not happening. Okay. Any other tweaks? No, I don't think I need to. You guys are continuing to... Well, you're actually picking your targets now. Oh no, you're strafing. That is good. You're getting ready to drop some rounds in there. No, I think everything else is A-okay. I've got to decide if and when I want to push forward with this pretty important Piat. And my answer is probably I'm going to wait until I'm definitely sure this barrage is finished. It's just too important. Should only be a couple more minutes. And again, let's just check your target. Not great. You know, the tank's going to get all the way to here, by which point it's going to do me a heck of a lot of damage, but it's a backup, and that's important. So I think we're just going to push on and see what happens. Let's start seeing what happens down here. And then we'll need to check the HQ in their house. Come on, don't run, shoot him. Don't leave the house. He's got his machine gun out now. Good lads. Good job. Okay, meanwhile. Let's give you your due. So is he... he actually came upstairs. He suddenly realised there's a German there, turn around and shoot him. Good. So I'm going to get him to move to this back corner after this minute's up. So you're not actually required, but that's okay. Right. More infantry pushing down the street, which I'm okay with. Oh my god. That's where he is. I'm going to put him in a second story. It's got to be done. Please, if he stays there, this could be brilliant. So is that my FO spotted him? Yes, it is. Excellent, excellent. As long as you don't get yourself blown up in the next 36 seconds, that is some great information. Yeah, I'm okay with all these guys. Okay, let's keep playing out on this side of the map. You've seen my anti-tank team. That's okay. Pause. Looks like they are pushing more guys into here. And these guys are doing a phenomenal job holding them off, considering they have no automatic weapons. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the building. And a guy. I mean, MP40 might cause some casualties. None so far, just cowering. I will accept that. Okay. Let's run out the last 20 seconds. Again, we've got this area locked down, so do what we like. to check on that German at the end. This guy is going to have a lot of kills by the end of it. Right, I think we can get that Panzer. I'm tantalisingly excited about that. Right, MP40 man has just run about with this pistol out. You guys are still up and standing. You guys can have a pistol duel, like officers. Love it. Okay, I think we're okay. I think that's held. Should we look at the end product? Sure. Nothing. Okay. I suspect this might actually be our 4-inch or 4.2-inch mortars. That's how inaccurate your emergency fire can be, especially with your spotter dead. And that's probably our 3-inch mortars. Again, the spotter for them can't see them, but they should be stopping at least. You have got into position. And we have got some more eyes on some Germans. Huh. Well, my friend, you gotta make your bullets count or else you are not long for this world. Meanwhile, tanky movements, but we're not sure where. I still think they're gonna pop out here eventually. But we shall see. Anything else to write home about? We've lost sight of all them. So no. Okay. Command phase. Let's do it. Let's get you guys. Do I want to do it quickly? Probably. I'm not too worried about incoming fire. Let's get you to go here. And I don't really need to be explicit about it. Face that dude. I'm actually going to get you guys to hide? No, maybe not hide. Actually, maybe hide. Yeah, hide. I don't want you drawing fire. Just get your heads down. You guys are lurking outside your building with a pretty ridiculous unit tag. I don't know what these guys are doing. Just lying in the forest. If you could be so kind as to move yourselves. In fact, you know, I'm going to let you finish medicing and then we'll give the move order, because you might get a sten out of that. No, that's not an officer. But I'll let you do it anyway. Okay. This video's gone really long. I want to see the next minute. I want to see what happens here. But what I'll do is I'm going to put a quick cut in. I'm going to go around to make sure my units are doing the right thing. And we're going to come back. We're going to watch for the next minute. See if we can't get ourselves a second Panzer kill, which would be phenomenal. And then we'll go from there. Okay, everything's good. Let's crack on. And let's see if we can't bag ourselves a Panzer. Oh, while we're waiting, I checked the 3-inch mortars, which we were going to redirect from over here. They are now all spent, so they spent all their ammo in that last minute. Alright. Come on, lads. Oh, that's not good. Quickly reload. You don't have long. Armor skirt doing its job, unfortunately. Come on. Damn it. That hurt. Let's go over a quick look at that again. Let's go back a little bit. Right. So where's he get himself in position to? Here. Great position. It's a good shot as well, just doesn't hit the right target. And he just cannot reload quickly enough. Oh, here it comes. But you know what's interesting? That's unfortunate. He didn't fire his main gun. So I wonder if at some point he's been caught in some of our barrage and that's knocked out his main gun and he's down to purely purely a secondary. Which is, you know, still a threat, but that would be less of a threat. Okay. Oh, our pistol duel. Well, okay, we can see that ended badly. What happened over here? Right. Pistol duel went well. And I'm guessing you hung along at this too long at this side of the building. Probably about to see a working Panzer IV in a minute. Oh, yeah. Ouch. Ouch indeed. Okay. Oh, other thing I wanted to check. Oh, I panicked then I thought it was on the main road. What happened over here? Hang on. Haha! Right, I know we know the outcome, but we're gonna watch anyway. This guy, an absolute hero. One shot, one kill. Two shots, two kills. Nice! A little bit of good news. Good effort. Alright. Anything else happening? No, that stuff's still doing its thing. That's okay. Doesn't worry me. This worries me. That's a waste of 4.2 inch mortars, but there you go. Okay. We're down to just off, which is fine. If we can get him to run away to the side of the building, which I'm going to ask him to do next turn, we might be okay. Here's a problem. Here we now need our someone to medicate him, and then have them pop-it attack, which is no mean feat. Okay, cool. We're going to call that there. We're going to throw in a save, and we're calling this video done because it's a little bit of a longer tooth. I'm feeling okay about this actually. Especially the vast amount of infantry the Germans have lost here, and the stellar defense these guys put in before the tank rocked them. I think we're in a good place now. The real danger is, we do have to stop these tanks from just rolling into the objectives, and there's still 3 of them up. And as you've seen, they are not easy to take down, even with Piats, and we don't have that many of them. But I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing okay. As long as we can maybe try and keep some more people alive. I'm not feeling too overly threatened by their infantry anywhere. But anyway, that will have to wait for next time. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As ever, feel free to leave thoughts and comments below, and I'll catch you all in the next one.